Well, friends, thank you so much for being with me today. For me, it is a privileged occasion. I may have come to this lab after almost 1.5 years of having taken over as the Science and Technology Minister on 10th of November 2014. But I think Dr. Sani can probably endorse what I am saying, that I may have spoken about this lab and the potential in terms of achievements of this lab, and specifically the achieved potential of the lab in terms of what you talk day in and day out about the streptokinase. I think I must have spoken about streptokinase and how this lab worked about getting this clot buster for the poor people of this country. Maybe dozens of times in my public addresses all over the country at various types of forums, including these days I am in the midst of a number of activities celebrating the 2 years completion of Narendra Modi ji's government, visiting a number of places in India, and last week itself I was in US and there also I had the privilege to address a number of gatherings of people in the Silicon Valley, Indian diaspora, engineers, technologists, doctors. And I don't remember that there was any one occasion in the recent past also particularly when I may not have remembered the contribution of this lab, symbolizing, in fact, the real aim of what we should be doing to find out solutions which are people friendly, which can really solve the unresolved problems of the people, which are cost effective, affordable, and which are like a real boon to the poor people of this country. When I have come to you, I think Dr. Sani knows that I have been able to visit almost over 90% of the labs of the whole country, and in this zone, the most important area of Punjab, Chandigarh and Mohali. This is the last lab which was left unvisited. So I got this privilege today, and it was a treat to talk to the people working here, especially your seniors, try to understand the further future potential of this particular lab. And I was very excited to learn that this lab has immediate potential to do something extraordinarily historic, to deal with the tuberculosis menace in this country, to deal with the menace of anemia. I call it a menace because in a country which has got independence for over 65-70 years, and then if you have 83% of the pregnant women still anemic in the country, and 13.5% of them will become severely anemic, where the pregnancy itself becomes life-threatening for them. So to be able to do something for anemia, and then of course for hospital infection, premature delivery, a number of things that I learned that which are in the various processes of or stages of research. where we need to hurry up and fix up targets for the institution, for ourselves, and for, of course, the country. So this lab, I think, whatever I had thought about this lab, this particular institution has a huge potential to be able to help people of this country. Before I talk anything in specific, I have to congratulate you people also, because your director, who served for over 10 years here, he rose to the position of the DG of CSIR, and I think you all need to be complimented, and of course he richly deserved that, but it's I think great opportunity that was given to this institution, and at least you people can always say that you have your own man sitting there in New Delhi, and anything that this institution requires, you can always have a special treatment from all of us. Friends, this CSIR is a very, very prestigious institution for this country. We were born in the 80s, but most of the CSIR institutions that I have been through, they were born around independence. Many of them were born before independence. Casual approach. It's not specific to you. If I try to diagnose what is the problem of India, I think we have the talent, we have the potential, we have the great history, we have the best DNA, but I think most of the India is working in a casual manner. And if that casual approach gets converted into a proactive approach, then the same people can produce brilliant ideas, brilliant innovative techniques, and we can really find great solutions to many of those things. These days, as I say, that actually the real asset of any institution or of a particular person is only his bright ideas. If you have bright ideas, if you have a powerful innovation coefficient, that becomes more important than any other coefficient for which we have been talking for years. And this is where institutions like this, the great and state-of-the-art departments that you enjoy, the type of facilities that are available to the scientists of today, this all can be converted into great realities for India. I have had the chance to visit many places in India where the great people like Sir C.V. Raman, Sir S.N. Bose, Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose, Sir P.C. Ray, Dr. Birbal Sahani in Lucknow, who worked for Paleo Sciences, etc., etc. worked. Here also there was the name of a very distinguished scientist. You have named a block, in fact, in his memory. All these scientists, if you go and look into their histories, we are trying to produce a book in our department with detailed research being done about some 55-60 scientists, like what type of instrument on which Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose worked, I saw the office of Dr. Birbal Sahni in Lucknow, Dr. C.V. Raman's lab. They worked with minimum facilities, but I think the greatest thing that they probably had was a killer instinct, what you can call a real. I remember at one particular lab in Bangalore, one scientist in a lab, he said, "Sir, don't worry, I will get you a Nobel Prize for India." We had a very small lab, very, I think maybe one of the smallest labs that I have seen in last 18 months. A lot of things there spread. So I said, "Thank you so much." And I asked many people in the laboratory that man told me that he's going to get a Nobel Prize for India. So what do you think about it? So everybody said, कहते सर वो आपको दिला सकता है, बिल्कुल एकदम पागल है वो, बिल्कुल पागल है वो, सही में दिला सकता है। मतलब उस जज्बे को, उस पागलपन को मैं समझता हूँ कि हर व्यक्ति को शायद विकसित करने की आवश्यकता है। नोबेल प्राइज मिला कि नहीं मिला ये इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, हम भटनागर अवार्डी बने कि नहीं बने ये इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, हमने हमारे जीवन के अंदर कुछ कॉन्क्रीट परसेप्टेबल मेजरेबल प्राप्त किया कि नहीं किया, उस मुकाम तक पहुँचे कि नहीं पहुँचे, ये शायद इम्पोर्टेंट हो सकता है ना हो, लेकिन हमने जज्बे के साथ मुकाम तक पहुंचने के लिए कोई सपना पाला और उस सपने को पालकर उस सपने के लिए trying to check that I don't miss my flight. So उस जज्बे को पालकर और उसके लिए अपने जीवन को समर्पित करने का लक्ष्य बनाया कि नहीं बनाया, ये ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। और मैं आज maybe when I come here next time, because of paucity of time, even today also I could not visit many of the laboratories that were described in the morning by the head of the departments. So I may have to come here again, and then when we meet the next time we may talk a little more in detail. पर मैं आज का ये जो ओकेजन है इसको समर्पित करना चाहता हूँ कि आप सब आज निश्चित रूप से एक अपने मन में चिंतन की प्रक्रिया प्रारंभ करिए, अपने साथियों के साथ एक चिंतन शुरू करिए और अपने अपने लिए, अपने अपने डिपार्टमेंट के लिए, अपनी अपनी लैब के लिए एक नया बड़ा कोई सपना विकसित करिए। ऐसा सपना विकसित करिए जो शायद सफलतापूर्वक अपने जीवन में कामयाब बनाने में, देखने में, समझने में, सुनने में, बताने में बहुत बड़ा लक्ष्य हो, बहुत मुश्किल हो।